Giavellotto into stall number 5. Now the last one moving in, Arrest. Set to go. And they're off. Runners are sent on their way. The £125,000 Princess of Wales Stakes, sponsored by the Kingdom of Bahrain. They're out over the 1.5 mile journey. Arrest has come out quite handily. Outbox is within there to his inside as they go through the end of the opening furlong. Close up with the green cap is the mare Time Lock under Ryan Moore. Behind Time Lock then is Giavellotto, the Bayesian dark blue there with the noseband. Then came Hamish. He's held up towards the back of the field, and in front of him is Maxi King in the violet. On the race inside the final 9 furlongs, and it's Outbox and Holly Doyle. Racing more towards the inside of Arrest and Kieran Schumacher. A further length and a half away to Maxi King. There's a further length then back to find Time Lock to the outer of Hamish and Giavellotto. There's now Arrest just about inches it from Outbox as they begin to make this corner towards the top of the home straight. Racing wide apart the principal pairing, and in fact they're separated now into 2 distinct groups of 3. Towards the near side inside the final 7 furlongs, Outbox leading from Maxi King and Hamish. Then over on the far side, more down the centre of the course, Arrest with the pink cap, showing from Time Lock in the green cap, and Giavellotto last of that trio under Oisin Murphy. So they make their way up the home run as they head down towards the final 5 furlongs. Looks like Arrest is in front overall, and Arrest now strides away by perhaps 2 lengths over Outbox towards the near side, and then Time Lock to the far side. Giavellotto, Maxi King, and then Hamish at the rear of the field. They work inside the final half mile. Arrest is striding out well in front, and he shows by the best part of now 3 lengths to Time Lock. Giavellotto trying to move up there with a noseband. Maxi King is ridden along for more. So to Outbox. Hamish trying to play his hand now. He's just got quite a few lengths to make up on Arrest, who still shows the way. On they go towards the final quarter of a mile. It's Arrest with the advantage of still about 2 lengths. Giavellotto making ground between horses, going out in pursuit of the leader. Back in third, the mare Time Lock. Hamish surely can't win from there. They're inside the final furlong. Giavellotto tries to get level now with Arrest as they race inside the last. Giavellotto by a length now from Arrest, who's trying to battle away against the running row, but it's Giavellotto, a dual Yorkshire Cup winner, going to take out the Princess of Wales Stakes. Giavellotto from home in second, Arrest. Time Lock in third, Hamish in fourth, then Maxi King, and Outboxed was last.
Really progressive in his 5-year-old season, and I think he's been better than ever the last twice.
There are worse horses than him that have won Group 1s. They've just got to pick their target very carefully, I think.
Well, we know where he's heading. I think Irish St Ledger has already been pinpointed, and it would seem the sensible spot for him, and he looks ready for it, doesn't he?
Definitely.
In this sort of form. Dominant twice now at Group 2 level, even with a penalty here. Yes, this task was made easier by Hamish not firing on all cylinders. Don't know what you'd put that down to be honest.
I think that's quite a good time in the conditions, 2:31.2. We'll get Tom and Angus to figure that out for us, but my inclination is to say that 2:31.2 on fairly easy ground isn't a bad time, but as I say, that's just off the top of my head, and I need the guys to get it sorted.
The part-time that we put up from the Race IQ data earlier on that they were expecting was 2:32.88.
Okay. So yeah, it's not a bad time.
Yeah, faster than that.
But then you got Outbox in the field, and this was the interesting part of the race, wasn't it? Where Holly Doyle and Outbox went inside, and Arrest's rider Kieran Schumacher elected to come out the middle of the track. And you know, given their relative fortunes, I know there's 2 outsiders leading Hamish this side, but given that Hamish never runs a bad race and has been absolutely thrashed,
yeah. It might not have helped, but I thought he was beaten too far out to be blaming that. I mean, he just didn't go with his usual verve, did he? He didn't travel quite as well as he can, and he looked in trouble a bit too far out for that to be the reason for it, I think. Giavellotto obviously has got the ideal toe into it down that centre group, but with Arrest being ridden more positively and being allowed to contest with Outbox for that lead, it was a more truly run race than we were maybe envisaging.
He's a great enthusiast, the winner, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a really good horse, and he's not a thorough stayer, is he? I think a 1.6 miles is probably optimum, because if he was to run in a 1.5 mile Group 1, he'd probably just be slightly classier horses than him in there. But he's definitely improving anyway.
By Master Craftsman, I always think a rather unheralded stallion. He's got quite an impressive CV,
and they tend to improve and improve and improve as they get older. Just such a versatile horse as well, isn't he, Giavellotto? He handles any ground, really. It doesn't matter what sort of track you run him on, he seems fine, and undulations and flat track like York he's very effective on as well. Quick ground's fine, slow ground's fine, he's just super consistent. And Marco Botti, we talked about the way that Hamish is being campaigned, and rightly so, but Marco's doing a great job of campaigning this fella as well.
It's been a good season of steady accumulation for Oisin Murphy, hasn't it? And I think what's really notable is that even when he hasn't been riding tons and tons of winners, say for Andrew Balding, he's been riding tons and tons of winners for just about everybody else.
He looks all set to get that champion jockey title back, doesn't he? It's 114 wins, I think, for the year.
Miles in front.
Yeah.
That's a third Group 2 win for Giavellotto, and he looks in the form of his life at the age of 5, well trained, well placed by Marco Botti, his trainer. Congratulations. Would you agree, do you think he's in the form of his life?
Definitely. He's much stronger horse this year. And yeah, I mean, we weren't too worried about dropping back to 1.5 miles, especially on a stiff course. He traveled so well into the race. And Oisin said it was only a matter when I just pressed the bottom, and he picked up straight away and ran strongly to the line. We know he stays well, obviously. Ground has dried out enough to be on the easy side of good. I don't think he wants to do soft, but he's versatile in the same time. You know, he won on really fast ground, and yeah, he got away today. So.
Well, it's an authoritative performance with a Group 2 penalty as well after his Yorkshire Cup win.
Obviously he's a big horse. He's very strong, and you know the weight is not definitely an issue. But I thought it was a good performance. You know, he showed. You know, he's definitely at his best this year. You know.
So how about a Group 1? This is a lovely stepping stone towards the Irish St Leger. Is that still the plan?
Yes, that has always been the plan. I think it was a stepping stone for the Irish St Leger. And as long as the ground doesn't go too soft, it would be a concern if it's a heavy ground. In September it can happen at the Curragh, but yeah, looking forward to it. You know,
And do you feel now that this is his optimum trip, because he's a stayer, but he's got that turn of foot, hasn't he?
Yeah, last year we sort of a campaign around the 2 miles. He went to Goodwood, and we always felt it was just obviously stays well, but just stretching him over that trip. But at the same time, he looks stronger horse this year, so we thought, you know, he probably has more speed than he was last year. And dropping back to 1.5 miles, it never been my concern, to be honest. I was confident he was going to show his best today.
And is this a horse you have to race sparingly, or is it just how the races have fallen?
Obviously, he started very early in the season. He went to Saudi and then Dubai, so he's been on the going for a while. But he enjoys the traveling. He takes the work really well. So we tend to space out the races a little bit, but in the same time, he's definitely mature mentally. You know, since last year, he's definitely more mature.
Well, many congratulations. I look forward to him potentially achieving his Group 1 stripes. Well done.
Thank you, Lee.
Thank you.
Watch live racing now on racingtv.com.